with 5 strikes. Now stepping in is the Showboat Invitational winner in January, Harry-Sullins. He will be more than a good test for this man, Chris Warren.
Okay, it's all right. Boy, did you throw that bad. Get a little quicker next time. Come on. Settle down. First shot of the match, you're supposed to make a good shot. You gotta throw it like a geek.
It is said that it's healthy to talk to yourself. Except if the answers come back.
Make your spare.
They might come back if he doesn't make the spare. This spare has given both players a little trouble in the first match. They have had a tendency to slide by on the right.
Skip.
Now, look at Harry-Sullins, who has the nickname The Legend. Power player, Bo?
Yes, he is. He's a self-taught player. He's one of the few players that really didn't have a coach, didn't go through the junior program. He just experimented and did a lot of practice, and he ended up with the power player as many of the young players on the tour.
Lucky. Broke up the 7-10, this man from Detroit.
Harry with a shorter backswing than the other players. He's a taller player, doesn't need the high backswing. He's just about shoulder length. And this is the point I like. Now look at this pivot step right there as he drives through, and look at that wrist release the ball. The soft 10 or half 10, which we've seen a couple of times in the right-hand lane, but a good start.
All right, the man with the 4-step approach, Harry-Sullins. Big steps.
Consider Harry-Sullins. He has bowled 183 consecutive pro bowling tournaments, the record 235 by Sam Flanagan in the 60s. Now let's see how Harry-Sullins is playing the championship here. Now he's starting here, but he's going to drift a little bit to the left and then start the ball out over around the second arrow. Once again, not playing quite as big a hook as the other players.
All right, gets it. Number 3 on the money list thus far. Behind Bruce Hamilton at nearly 46 and Mark McDowell at nearly 45. Harry with 37, 825. Chris Warren, 10,840 up to this point. Looking for his first win of 92.
That's fine.
Didn't come up, leaving 2-4.
Chris Warren sliding by on that shot, going high on the left-hand lane. So the characteristic of the championship pair showing up on both of his shots. Very simple spare. All Chris has to do is get the ball in this area. It will carry out the 2 and the 4. Just don't want to slide by.
Wow. Almost missed that.
About 20 miles an hour and straight at it on that spare. That is a good lesson. Cut the hook down, go straight at the spares. All you have to do is touch them to knock the pins over. The ball weighs 16 pounds, the pins 3 pounds, 6 ounces.
Ooh, powerful shot. 115 pounds.
Gets all his powers, as many players in any sport do, from the legs. The wrist is important, the leverage of the swing, but the legs are what give you the momentum. Much taller player, Harry-Sullins at 6 feet tall, doesn't need quite as much knee bend or arm swing as Chris Warren.
Beautiful. Harry-Sullins, who's going for his second title this year, has some early votes for Bowler of the Year, has his own vision for the future.
Wildest dreams, Bo? Come on, that's a common dream for a tour player. It's great to start the year off. You know, you get a win in the first couple of weeks. You got a chance to win again this week. And hey, there's still about 25 tournaments left in a year, and you just do your best. And hopefully, by this time next year, I will be Player of the Year. You never know.
He was going for 3 in a row, leaving the 10 pin on the left lane.
Wow, you can hear the crack of the pins all the way back here in the announce booth, and we are a good 60 feet away from the foul line, so Sullins has it going. Watch the wrist action, the swing, and then his reaction as he knows he's throwing it as good as you can. Conversion here, he'd have 11-pin lead through 4.
Big error. Big error. Let's reminisce for a moment with this Brenda Lee recording from 30 years ago. Saturday we'll be there. We're in Central Florida, the very center, at the Cypress Lanes for the Florida Open. Leading by 1 is tiny Chris Warren of Dallas, Texas. He won the first match over Greg Thomas by a score of 221 to 219. Chris now checking out that approach. You may have seen Harry-Sullins when he missed on the left lane. Thought he had a problem with his slide and his 4-step delivery. Chris apparently had some earlier here in the right lane, so the pro that he is, he checked it out. Leading by 1, strike up.
Come on. Okay.
High hit.
Bad idea. Make your spare.
Chris has left the 6th, 10. Won his first title at Pinot, 1990 as the top seed. 2 more wins in 90, including the ABC Masters.
Get over there.
Okay, Bo.
Thank you, Chris. Mark there in the semifinal match. Mark, the score's very high today. Are you surprised? Are you going to change any of your strategy?
No, I am surprised about the lanes, though. I mean, we got an hour practice session this time, and transition's already taken over, so that's why the scores were so high, and I think they're going to continue to be high.
All right, Mark, and for what it's worth, Chris, the PBA voted to change the practice to 1 hour. I think it's helped the players. Back to you.
Oh, a nice break on the tripping the 4-pin. That's what all pros like to do. Taught to me at an early age by Frank Esposito about tripping the 4. And Billy Waylu, my former commentator, used to worry more about tripping the 4. We all have to worry about tripping the 4, don't we?
Well, the 2-pin goes to the sideboard, and it does the damage.
Love it.
Now, Sullins with the full grip. Power player spreads that index finger, and that's his key point. He actually keys his shot off his index finger. Every player kind of has a spot they key off of. Harry, bothered by something off the right, wisely stepped off the approach. Coming up 5th frame after missing a spare in the 4th.
Sending it wide. Curving it into that 1-3. Harry-Sullins, the legend. He can take an 11-pin lead with a strike on the left lane, while tomorrow it's a full lineup on ABC Sports. First, Lee Trevino leads Team USA against an elite international squad in the final round of the Chrysler Cup. Then Domino Pizza's college basketball follows with a long-awaited showdown. The #1 Blue Devils at Duke go west to take on the 4th-ranked UCLA Bruins, plus regional action live tomorrow, ABC. Again, didn't like the slide.
Well, he stuck a little bit on the left-hand lane. I think it was just his style. You get his foot a little bit sideways, and he can stick on the approach. Now, Chris Warren, I know, has checked the right-hand lane earlier, and there's a spot on the right-hand approach that was some water that dried up from earlier this morning. Somebody accidentally spilled some water, so both of them have dried up and should be of no effect on the players.
Watching in Atlantic City is Hall of Fame bowler Billy Allen, who's having some medical problems at the Atlantic City Medical Center. We hope, Billy, that you come back quickly. Good luck.
One of my good friends used to fly planes with me. Now, Chris Warren leads by 1, can make it 11.
Come on. All right. That was in the hole. Come on. Just chill.
Looks like a smaller version of artist Leroy Neiman.
You're right about that. Conversion here, he'll lead by 1 through 6. Ooh. Little hot dog out there by Chris Martin.